Swaddy Carb, we're back. TBK cooks, and this time, you might have guessed from the Swaddy Carb, we're cooking Thai beef curry. And here are our ingredients. You will need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 350 grams of what they call casserole beef. Here in the Philippines, they call it beef caldereta. I love the way in the Philippines they tell you what the cut is by what dish it's going to go into. So you have beef kari-kari, you have pork menudo, you have chicken adobo, all the different sizes of meat for the different dishes. 2 onions peeled and chopped. We actually could only find some little small onions. I love the way here they write the price on the side of the onion. So this one is 8 pesos. So we just ran down the road to get those with Chester. Chester decided to go and chase the chickens, other dogs, cats and everything else along the way, so it took quite a while just to get 3 onions. We need 1 bunch of spring onions, which I had in the fridge already. 1 green pepper or capsicum. For those of you that are colourblind, this might look red, but it is in fact a green capsicum. Use your imagination. 400 millilitres of coconut milk. I'm actually going to use coconut cream, and this is one that I had frozen in the freezer because I had it left over from a previous dish. And it keeps for quite a while. I checked with my dear friend Gracie. Then the clue I gave you earlier on was Thai green curry recipe mix. So that's cheating a little bit. It has all the herbs and spices that you need for a Thai curry. 300 ml of beef stock. I have here 2 cubes. I have here my measuring jug, and behind me I have a saucepan with 300 ml of water in, because my kettle is still broken. Thank you, Just Soul Marketing, for selling me a kettle that broke down and then taking it for repair and taking a month to repair a bloody kettle. Anyway, moving along quickly because I don't want to give them any more airspace because they're absolute crap. 100 grams of frozen peas. I'm going to put them back in the freezer until I'm ready to use those, because they get added right at the end. And to serve this, you will need some Thai or basmati rice, some fresh chili sliced, and some chopped fresh coriander, or as they call it here in the Philippines, cilantro. Don't ask me why the Philippines call everything by a different name to everywhere else. You're going to preheat the oven to 150 degrees Celsius. I can't do that right now because the oven has got my bread and butter pudding in, but it's about to come out. We're then going to heat the oil in a heavy based pan, fry the beef until it's golden all over, and remove with a slotted spoon and set aside. If you want to find the recipe, instead of trying to write it down frantically as I talk, you'll find it in our recipe book and also in the blog that accompanies this vlog. Oh my God, to you, we give you everything. Then we're going to add the spring onions, the pepper, capsicum, the coconut milk, the curry paste, the stock. We're going to cover and cook it for 90 minutes. And then finally we're going to add the peas, cook it for a few minutes. We're going to cook it all in the oven, and then we're going to serve with the rice. So it's a nice and easy dish to make. Serves 4 people. Okay, here we go. We have taken the beef and we have cut it slightly smaller because we're feeding Filipinos, or if we were feeding Thai, Asians have smaller mouths, I've discovered. So they don't need big European chunks of meat. Which means that if you buy a kilogram of meat, it'll feed more Filipinos or Thais or Asians than it would Westerners. And I couldn't work out how my dear Filipino friends spend so little on food, like maybe 200, 400,000 pesos a month, whereas I spend 50,000 pesos a month. Partly because I have more expensive food like beef, pork, salmon, hippon, prawns, a lot of which is imported, although the prawns obviously come from here. Smoked salmon, imported. So that's more expensive, I grant you that. Also, Filipinos eat a lot more cheaper food that fills them up. So for example, they'll eat a lot of rice, which I don't eat because of the carbohydrates and putting on weight. So most Filipinos will have rice for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and that's very, very cheap. I asked Joanna to buy a sack, and it must be about 20 kilograms a sack she bought of rice, and it was probably a very small amount of money. I was chatting to a guy the other day, and Maggie, my landlady, had already told me this. We were discussing the price of the apartments behind us here, which are 20,000 pesos a month. My house is 30,000 pesos a month because it has 2 rooms and 2 floors and a commercial space at the front. Whereas the apartments are smaller, they only have 2 bedrooms, and they're on 1 floor. And she was saying, of course, you have to remember, Neil, that the average Filipino earns about 10,000 pesos a month. And I chatted to this guy the other day, and he was telling me that he earns, I think he said 9,000 pesos a month for working 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. So the rate is very, very low. I also reminded this to my houseboys the other day because I pay them an extremely high rate and they're very, very lucky. Okay, so we've cooked that for 2 or 3 minutes now, and you'll see it's brown all over. So I'm now going to take that off the heat. I'm going to use a slotted spoon just so that I leave the oil in the pan, and I'm going to put it into this dish here so that we can use this a little bit later on. So this is my slotted spoon, so the juices come out the bottom. I'm always a bit reluctant to use a metal spoon on a Teflon coated dish because it can scratch. I'm being very careful not to touch the pan, just grabbing the beef at the top and putting that into my dish. My water behind has just boiled as well. So I'm just going to make 2 very important things with that. Firstly, I'm going to make 300 ml of gravy or beef stock, and I'm going to use 2 beef stock cubes because I have 2 beef stock cubes left. One of the things I've had to learn with not having a kettle, and I have to tell you a funny story. Yeah, Phil, a story. And that is that when my kettle stopped working, it took me a week before I realised how I can make coffee. Because I kept thinking to myself, how can I make coffee without a kettle? And then one day I thought back to the old days, and of course you heat up water in a pan. And then you have hot water for your coffee. Isn't it amazing how we get used to kettles and coffee machines and going to Starbucks and Costa Coffee? Unfortunately, we don't have any of those anywhere near here. So yeah, I have to use a saucepan and heat my water up in there. Okay, I've changed the camera angle so you can see a little bit better. And I'm going to add the beef stock now. 330 ml. So we've got the green capsicum. We've got the spring onions, coconut milk, and the beef stock all in there together now. Just give it a little stir. Now we're going to add the curry paste, and this will give it the typical Thai green curry flavour. Much easier than getting the lemongrass and all the other ingredients that I know go into this, but I know my Thai friends would hate me doing this. They would rather it was made freshly. If you want to see one of my Thai curries made by my Thai friends back in Bahrain, then please search on YouTube, TBK Cooks. They did a tom yum soup, and they did a Thai chicken curry, which was delicious. So I've added the beef. I'm going to pour the whole lot carefully into my casserole dish. I have to get used to holding the pan on the other side so that you can see what I'm doing. Normally I would hold it the other way around so you just see the back of the pan. Okay, so there's the view of the Thai beef curry. We've now got the beef, the onions, the spring onions, the capsicum, coconut milk, Thai curry paste, beef stock, and we're going to cook that for 90 minutes in the oven, not the onion. And then in 90 minutes we'll be back, and that's when we're going to add the peas, 100 grams of frozen peas, and we'll just be cooking them for a few minutes in the oven, and then we're going to serve it with the rice and the chilies and the cilantro. Speak to you soon. Well, the alarm has just gone. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes later, and it's time to reveal our Thai beef curry to the world. And I do wish that you could smell this smell. Even Chester is sitting over there with his tongue hanging out, drooling. So, let's take it out. We're going to put it up on the top here. We're going to be using the oven for our next dish. Gosh, we're busy today, 3 recipes already, and it's only 10 a.m. But we just have to go and do a bit more shopping. And I'm just going to turn off the camera and then I'll show you from the top what it looks like. One drooling dog. He can't wait to taste the Thai beef curry, but unfortunately it's not on the list of things doggies can eat, so you're just going to have to sleep a little bit longer, Chester. Well, here you go. This is what it looks like, and if I give it a stir, you can see the pieces of beef. They've been soaking up this beef stock and the coconut milk, and there's only one thing we need to add now, and that is the peas. Okay, so I measured out 100 grams of frozen peas on my weighing scales. We just mix that in. We'll put the lid back on using our oven glove because it's very hot. And we'll put it back in the oven for a few more minutes. I wish you could have smelt that as it came out of the oven then. Absolutely delicious. So this is our Thai beef curry, now with the peas added. I'm just going to give it a final stir, make sure everything is mixed together so all the flavors fuse into one. And then I'm going to put one portion into this bowl here because I need to take a photo for our recipe calendar. So that's a quick reminder. 2023, on the 15th of each month, 6 recipes, 2 starters, 2 main courses, 2 desserts from different countries around the world. This one obviously from Thailand. And there'll be hard copy on our Facebook page. There'll be a vlog like this on our YouTube, and also it'll be on our blogspot as well, where we have a section for recipe books. You can find our 2017 recipes around the world there, and now we're going to add each month our 6 recipes from our 2013 online recipe books. Mostly different recipes. There's a few that are in all 3 recipe books that I've written. My favorite dishes, I think maybe 3 dishes only out of 72 recipes there's going to be in 2023. 6 12s, 6 recipes each month, 12 months, 72 recipes. And then we're going to put it all together into one recipe book and issue that in 2024. It'll all be online, so you can all get access to it for free. So let's put it in the bowl, take a photo and have a taste. So if I was serving this for real, I'd have coriander sprinkled over the top, cilantro as they call it here in the Philippines, and it'll be served on either basmati rice or Thai jasmine rice. But there you go, doesn't that look attractive? Our Thai beef chili curry. Sorry, I'll repeat that. Our Thai beef curry, no chili.